Hello everybody. So in today's video we will create a procedural noise, something like this one, and we will do it entirely using geometry nodes. And let me first assure you that this is extremely easy. Now this is our starting scene and I will first delete the default cube. We do it always, and I will add a plane. Now let's go to geometry nodes and let me expand this section so that I get some more space. I will click on new and we will have the group input and output. Now I will first add a grid and let's attach the mesh with the geometry. Nothing much changed. Let's increase the size to, let's say, 5 meters, and let's increase the vertices to 100. We won't see anything, but if we, let's say, go to wireframe, we do see we have a lot of vertices. Let's come back to our default viewport. Now what we want to do here is we will add a set position node and we will be able to individually change the location of the vertices. So if I just increase the Z, we can see that our plane is up by 1.5 meters. This is not what we want. We want the individual vertices to change. So what we can do is we can simply drag the offset and here we can add a noise texture. And we do see some change. All the vertices have some displacement, but these things look a little bit weird. And this is because the offset is both x, y, and z. And what I want is only the z to change, not the x and y. So what I can do is I will drag it and let me add a vector math. And now what I want to do is I want to change only the z value. However, we cannot plug it directly. So what we have to do is we have to drag this vector once again and we will add a combine xyz. And now we can plug the factor with a z. And this looks like something that we want. Now what we can do here to smoothen it out is we can decrease the scale to, let's say, 1. This looks already much better. Let's make the detail as 1. Again, looks better for me. And what we can do also is we can increase the elevation a little bit. So generally the noise is between 0 and 1, but using scale, we can actually change it. So what we have to do is let's add a node called scale. And this is actually the vector math node. So here we can see in the vector math, we are using the add. So we can also use the scale and it will look something like this. Now if we plug it, and we can change the scale to, let's say, 5. I think this is too much. And also there is one more problem, and that is whenever we use the scale, it will go up by a little bit. So we have the add here. Let's say what we can do is we can subtract the value by -1. And actually, I don't want a 5, I want a 3. So this is kind of what we want. Now we can also smoothen it out. So there is a set smooth. So set shade smooth. If we just do it, it will be smooth. And also there is the other way, that is if I just click on this and do a shade smooth, yeah, actually this will not work um, because here we are dealing with the group input and the output. We are not really dealing with all the things that we are doing in between. So since we have unplugged the group input and the group output, it will not really work. So let's do it the geometry node way, set shade smooth, and it will be smooth. Now, the question really is how to animate. Now, there are multiple ways to do that. One way is if I just go to 4D, and now we will have another parameter W, and if we change the W like this, there will be an animation, very smooth animation like this. And the reason this smooth animation works is because Blender uses Perlin noise. Now, if you are doing some sort of game dev or anything related to games, you will know what is Perlin noise. So in Minecraft, all the terrains, everything is generated using Perlin noise. Now, in short, if I say Perlin noise is basically noise which is random but also smooth. So, for example, the small hills you see, it will determine the value of the adjacent points depending on the value of the current point. But it is also random. So, both random and smooth, or depending on the neighbors. Yeah, in short, this is that. So one way to do it is like this, and there is also another way to do it, and that is um, so there is a new node that is called scene time, and scene time. Um, so basically, every second the scene time will be changing. So now we have to set the different values of the W using our keyframes, and it will work like that. But if I simply plug the scene time here and if I play it, and you can see the very smooth animation because every second the scene time is changing, and hence the W value is also changing. And so um, we have this very smooth and beautiful animation. So if I just go to layout and if I just play it, yeah, that is it. Very simple, very, very easy. Now you can of course add materials and other things, but yeah, I will leave it here. And so if you have learned something new in this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to help me grow the channel fast. And I will see you soon with another very interesting video. So see ya.